Oh, if it ain't the lad who say?
You do, Bernard.
Oh, do? Building a workshop, you say? And, if Martha didn't mind,
Of course.
well, that there is Cressida. But I came up here hoping to visit. But you're a dab hand when it...
It's the least of it. This shouldn't take long. It's over. That should do it.
You made... Thank you, son.
How long is it since the...
Oh, people started packing their... Must be nigh on a deck. though it may as well have been a century.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live it. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer, I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks.
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various or...
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there...
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already... So as soon as Bernard gets it... I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest, Sid?
Talia,
Recovering.
of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask up. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the...
Talia has tasked me with removal. I'm afraid of what happens.
You don't need me to answer that. I hope as much as you that one... And we must... The operation, maybe...
I know. But, God,
I know you will.
unfortunately, the first something I can't do with
Just tell me what you...
you. No one knows herb lore. Unfortunate.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate. They were moving in for their assault. A Cursebreaker managed to... They should be back, but I can't help but...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all? Before they go out, I always remind them what. But I never really thought how...
I'll go and find...
Thank you. The plan was to...
That should be enough to go... The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while.
I hope you didn't have too much.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes.
You'll do fine.
Thank you for the brand is more than just ink on one. Ill-conceived and even success means I became a physical.
Curse breakers, they toil in the shadow, and yet we have no shore. The day I decide.
I remember what little medicine Talia managed to. She begged that your operation procedure was even more dangerous back then. And those who were no longer with. It wasn't something.
No. He always led from them and never asked anyone to take a risk, even if he knew that him.
Hold still!
I knew there'd be pain. And I would never be. We all want our brands removed. Rodrigue, I know your work isn't easy.
It's Nat, thank you.
Slavers don't even bother with them. Reaching out of the high.
Cole,
Just about.
Doris sent me to find you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. I want to help them, Sid.
You made the right decision.
The goblins...
You have duties to attend.
And please, hurry.
I won't let that.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. They're trying to get into the carriage. friend. Why didn't you flee with the others?
Why should we run?
Perhaps. Freedom, safety.
Sid, you weren't to...
This man risked his life.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid.
Thank you.
Sid, if I just... Or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others.
No. What kind of leader? I should have urged greater caution.
We swore the same.
It's good to see you, Sid.
With all due respect, no one with doubts ever...
We all know how much bravery.
Cole, I never thank you. I sometimes want, but...
You will.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Think you can help?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the dead. Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
Clive, where have you... I've been wanting to ask you something about... Where did you get him? Like...
My father brought him back from... They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and...
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served... His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the frost wolf.
Now, the annals do not state a girl from the Northern Territories. One awakens at...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his power?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as just when his master needed...
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come...
Quite. Though Torgal's his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be
Oh, get you!
And regarding your original concern, why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very...
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. I need you to introduce us so we can get...
I shan't be a moment. It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. But I promise I'll pay you back. Just you wait.
Then I look forward to Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
How goes the hunt for...
Largely, we have myriad sightings of strength. If only we knew for certain.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle...
What?
Word that...
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't.
You have nothing to worry about.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their
It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew. Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and the... Which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosaleth de Port Isolde.
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers. And I'm afraid...
A fleet sailing south past Port...
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think With this news of the Dalmekian fleet, come here and I'll show. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was... Now I think about it, there was something a little... The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if they believed, or...
And you have your answer. To find it may well have gone cold by now.
Allow me to... As luck would have it, I had intended to...
I'd be glad of the come. Give me a moment to make ready. I need...
Very well, but be...
Mid's finished outfitting her little work.
Otto.
You're not going in...
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy... I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang. You have any trouble on the way? You what?
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. We've heard nothing from...
Thanks.
So...
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you.
You can count on.
All right, Uncle.
We shall. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sand.
Farewell.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together. You and your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He'll have to come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
See a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
Farewell.
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
It's over.
Clive. Looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword. it shall.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager.
So, the old cook has
Yes, I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town.
What a fine hound.
Get it, boy!
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
The outlaw! Take him!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You're finished.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
didn't know where to find...
Before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before it...
Ah, it would seem Lord Cook...
We have to get through them.
Not by force.
By guile, then.
Rosine, but how will we find her?
And that she was working with Sid's other collaborators have all been people of me. I'll wager this, Rosine.
That would...
And that's exactly...
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's family.
Good day, my lord. My thanks. An excellent choice. Go with Gilbert.
Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I can... Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the old... We're seeking to expand our business in the well, thank you. Oh, you wouldn't know? Well...
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of...
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. The owner's only a youngster.
The Briar's Kid...
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, a long-standing pill...
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Try the baths.
Thank... Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Sweet incense. What?
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dallum?
And what business?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he'd...
So you're the ones who've been sniffing.
I beg your pardon.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in a...
Farewell. Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare. A fitting talent.
You know who I am, so what now?
Call that isn't my... Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina.
To the Lock of Leisure. To the Lock of Leisure.
Plates and pots!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Ford.
So much for Rosina Dalla.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. Sorry. Whoever this Lubor troop...
See that he get... Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this.
Assuming he is.
And yet even then I had more good sense, but enough of the I want you to put an end to the Return to me when you have done.
What?
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more.
Watched it.
My apologies. Follow the Oh, but that was 3.
Oh. Ha! It will be. Let us divide our force.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Delamil. Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Delamil seems to be thriving.
Well, whereas the soldiers guarding them are the men of the rocks.
Is that so? Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumor.
Damn thing. Pilfering the us common... And it isn't as if we can...
deposit.
Needed to a silken soft.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave. What can I do for you, sir? Ugh, then be off with you.
You have...
Don't be stupid. Don't want to be stuck under some poor... No, just leave.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you?
Thank you.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Huh?
Will this suffice?
By the sands.
That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my
All right. But not... What are you doing? Care to explain why you're giving...
bait, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden, but my uncharacter. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sort.
So the pup...
A small price to pay, but enough about my little...
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private... I'll wager those soldiers...
I'll wager.
We'll meet with them and put an end...
Ha! It just goes to I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about?
I'll take it.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord.
All the silver and...
You brought the whole 500
That was the price we agreed upon.
Of course.
Not bad at... But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road...
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not you're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction, but we have ships, and will gladly...
Royalists, eh?
What? Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are... and being such. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed...
Did you get all that?
So it... My lord!
Double-crossing dogs. Kill them! Kill them both!
Forget your brains! It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed
Well, how'd you like my performance, huh?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have more.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's. I hardly expected one so venerable.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men. Well,
indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of addressing until you two. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to... It occurs to me that I still don't...
Clive.
So, Sid, well, Clive, you held up your... To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. And those left behind have been...
Thank you. And please, you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust?
Oh.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is...
No, thank you.
Of all the...
Here. Any friend of mine who sees you...
Thank you.
And please, tell them...
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Here, have a taste. Everything I've worked for. All those
Are you all right?
The baths are on second floor.
That depends on the...
I'd have you save my... I've no doubt that... But I can't go. I'm bound to these...
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market, please, bar. My life...
Silver platter, made from the stoutest stoneware.
Needed to a silken softness, like eating a cloud.
My carpets have pride of place.
I've never even forged a button.
I wouldn't put it...
Oh, sorry. I'm Sava, soon to be former apprentice. People are buying up weapons for... He wants me to... I don't suppose...
I'm afraid.
Never mind.
I could give... I know how... The way I see it, we need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk. All right. I'll talk to every...
All right.
Let's hope this...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
Is it true? What I'm hearing?
The finest
Yes,
cabaret.
they're quite sort. Lord... Welcomes.
A question. I need to know...
You a blacksmith?
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, give me a blade.
So a knife...
Lights and butts! Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
You can't even fill my
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greaves.
What is it? Sorry.
Hunter.
I have a question.
Has to be able to put up your knife snaps at.
Thank you.
All business.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Just look at the detail.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets have pride of place.
So, you learn anything?
Only that
All the cooks said too heavy.
So we're no better. Perhaps Lubor, but that can't be right. I've bandied enough. No.
No doubt you're right. I have to.
Agreed.
Right, meaning some.
Is there no one?
A merchant. I bet she.
Faster!
Any luck?
What I asked her.
If you're looking to they're just not that. Featherlight adamantite ore is unique.
And it's
unique to... Are there any materials unique to...
What are you getting?
You said that Lubor trained you, but he would have known that it would either be...
If it's cheap metal you're using. Folk first settled down and...
Bloody hell, I don't suppose...
It's hardly my...
Looks like I've got some learning, Clive.
Limestone, besides.
You'll have no trouble.
Then I suppose...
Right you are. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the... Well, this is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Lights and butts!
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
I'm not...
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I... Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang.
Then allow me to... Drake's Fang is current Telmeki and Walut, but no nation has ever before.
Not by choice.
And there's... I fear there may be more. If you're determined... I've lost one...
I don't plan on dying.
Well...
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what's 7. I wasn't sure, but I hope this is...
You and that now. A knife.
It's a fine look.
That sounds like...
I'm sorry for...
Let's take a look. First things first. What do... It's sharp. And it's... You might not think it just to hold it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the limestone was a...
And I was...
I don't know. Next question. How much do you think I would...
Well, I...
And who... The butcher? Dalamiller's home to rule number 1 in...
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... I'd say you're worth keeping around. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an...
I will. What would you...
I'd do what... If it was for the butcher, for the hunter, for the cook, and for the...
There goes a master.
It looks like congrats.
I couldn't have done it so much for the boss, meaning...
You've passed your test.
And when I do...
The finest fabrics! Fresh
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Lights and pots!
Hanging lanterns! Keep...
We should get going soon.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on. Tell me you put down roots.
What the hell are those things?
By the flames. That explains the heat. That's cooled things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
There he is. The man who saved... I was hoping the baths groom...
I'm glad to hear.
Now.
Not what I expect.
You tell her fines. That's not... But I... Right.
Back, are ya? Not saying Fornian, do you? No scratches, right? And?
Sid's going to find Cooker and finish the job.
Who's this blue blood? One of Sid's associates.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. Come again. I may have more for you.
Well, this is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Take a sniff, good sir.
Needed to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Lights and... What's...
Sweet incense.
We should get going soon.
Come on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.